Yo, what's up, everybody? It is me, Master Devin Sings. And before we do begin this video, is give this video a like and comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified, so that way that you don't miss a single video that comes on this channel. So, before I say anything, by the way, is that, yes, it is I, the real Master Devin Sings, that I just want to go on ahead and say is this, by the way, is that for those again who saw the YouTube short, I kind of was a bit depressed and a little bit bored a little bit, so that's probably why I made a YouTube short in the beginning to say in the first place, but at least it was the second YouTube short, just to be honest. At least there was a second YouTube short. But anyway, let's just get straight to the real manners. So, the real manners, by the way, right now, is that I'm safe currently right now, and just saying is that, well, I just moved out the hotel and just had to say the word was just finally. Was just finally, finally, finally. So, that's all I can say how many finallys that I just said. So, let me just go ahead and give you guys the details of basically how am I holding on right now. It's just that I'm holding on pretty alright so far. I'm just like holding on pretty okay so far, just as of now, exactly. And of course, that at least I just like get to enjoy a little bit of the new room I'm just in right now. Just the new room, exactly, since, well, it kind of does have amount of free space a little bit that I can just talk, just finally get free space and stuff. Just like the freedom of space that I ever wanted was just a good jolly thumbs up, by the way, even though it doesn't look like Christmas to me, but that's just something I really wanted to use for quite of a time in this video, just for the occasions. It's just that, you know, I finally get to have my own, like my very own mat of space, which is a very good thing just to kind of have right now, which is pretty perfect. Am I saying it's just a little bit perfect? Yes. And is the 100% pretty good? Yeah, it is. 100% pretty good. Now, in this question about what the singing slash cover video stuff is like, how is that going to work out? The main question you may have to ask, the main question I'll have to ask as well, is when is that coming out? Well, the only thing is when it's going to be coming around momentarily soon is just that because I just have to kind of wait it out a little bit and just kind of have the fresh air a little bit just to kind of roam around freely and just think of something I would be, creatively thinking and creatively speaking about how I'll actually think about the idea is like give myself a little bit of like a very interesting part of an idea, just like an interesting part of the idea. Now, the question is on Spotify that I will have to say I did find at least a few lucky ones. I could probably just go ahead, like mute the song first, and then just start with the scene slash cover thing and do all the same as usual. But just in a very interesting format of the interesting singing, which I could finally have a bit of the singing up. By the way, it's like a couple steps away from the other side of the room, which is just perfectly thumbs up for me since I could finally just actually have at least a bit to myself and just focus on what I do on my singing channel recently as of late, just to kind of have the freedom a little bit, which I did kind of wanted to do a singing slash cover in the hotel before I moved, but unfortunately it was going to kind of be a little too late because I was kind of getting bored to begin with, which I was just having different vibes back then, just having a little different vibe and just having a little bit of a different possibility of me having a bit of a, kind of a depressed thing. Just kind of having a bit of depress a little bit just to kind of like reflect a little bit of what I'm thinking about how I'm going to do the scene slash cover videos still, which I still do continue to keep making them as I do as always. But as I said again, I'm not like abandoning the channel or anything. I'm just wanting to like have myself the freedom a little bit to myself and just have the thinking that I actually am willing to kind of make and get straight to with the singing slash cover content is going to be coming back anyways, which at some point, it's just going to give me a bit of freedom of space, just a very good, easy way to kind of just have to relive my life a little bit, just to kind of relive a very much good enjoyment a little bit, and just think of something as I go with the easy flow a little bit, just the easy flow of easy work, not most likely the hard work, because that does stress me a lot on the hard work stuff, which I do try to go on the easy way and the easy route just to kind of get around with the other stuff. But, in a very interesting, Master Devin Sings effect and Erect is just going to be kind of like the two mixes of a very interesting formula that actually just like works it around and just gets right into the point and just stick it in there and just get into the whole singing and just do it. So that's all I have to say right now. That I did found a few interesting ones. I did actually very much recently found on Spotify, which by the way, I'll have to look for lyrics anyway to see if any of the lyrics are a little bit easier to capture a little bit and kind of seem to practice it a little bit. And that's when I'll jump right into it exactly only for the only thing I'll have to say that I'll sing first, then it will come right into the video second. So that way I'll just might give it a little test for a little bit and see how impressive it might sound. So, as I'd say, how it might say or how it might be spoken is going to be a very interesting use. It's going to be an interesting push, but a little bit more better. But as I said again, and most times like this, as I said before, we'll see what happens otherwise to see how that'll be cleared out the way and just see how I'll actually see how Spotify is going to do or anything, just to kind of have an interesting go. But as I said again, otherwise, is that here I am in the rental house, just letting y'all know this is where this is where I'm going to be making videos in here, my room, my new room, to kind of make stuff, which is going to be pretty interesting and pretty legit. So, as I said again, it's going to be one hell of a show, and it's going to be one hell of a ride to kind of ride on the freaking ride. By saying the easy old slope, it's by saying let's go on the easy slope of the ride. But yeah, that's gonna kind of what it sounds like for example. But as I said again before, we'll see what goes on and on. So, as I said again, this is Master Devin Sings, and I will sort likely to see you guys for the next video, and I'll be glad to come back and make videos on the singing channel a little bit and kind of see what I can do. But just remember, as I said before, it's only a singing slash cover channel that it's only about. The song mutes first and then I speak. So that's all I have to say. As fortunately as I say, as I remember again to pretty much say, as the old saying goes, is that it belongs to the original person and it belongs to most of anybody's channel exactly that actually is belonged to, which, as I said again, I'm only here just for the free ride, and I'm only just here to enjoy myself and just make easy things as I go and make things awesome as I always do. And every other part of the channel exactly of my scene slash cover channel is just going to be very easy and interesting as I go. But as I said to say, remember before, that we'll see what happens otherwise, and we'll see where this goes anyway. So it is time. I will definitely go ahead and wrap this up anyway. So take care, everyone. Have an awesome time and an amazing day. And just remember, as I said before, that once the two-step verification stuff is just gone, then that's when I might be able to get right onto Spotify and YouTube to finally jump right in there. So that way it'll be fully normalized a little bit, just normalized exactly whenever it's finally been normalized. Then it means I'll finally jump right in and jump on Spotify. And then of course, well, yeah, there's a good thing too that I also want to let you guys know. I do have YouTube Music, just for the record, by the way, that it is going to probably be another interesting, well put way to say it, that it's going to probably be interesting. Either two ways it could probably go is just with Spotify or YouTube Music exactly, which as I said again before, we'll see where that goes, and yeah, we'll see what happens. So, anywho, I don't want to like run out the clock at 15 minutes anyway at the timestamp, so that way it just doesn't aim for 15 minutes anyway. But I'm trying to aim it at somewhere like maybe 11 or 12 minutes of the video, but we'll see what happens anyway. So I guess it's time to say, we're gonna have to say is adios, and we're gonna probably get right on out of here to wrap this video up and sign off anyway. So the easy as usual, as I'll say in every video, is like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified so that you do not absolutely miss another single video. And as I said too, otherwise, that I want to let everyone know, for an example, that however, with the singing stuff of the scene/cover videos are still going to continue pushing a little bit. As long it will be pushed, then yes, it will be able to be pushed in, and it will finally be sure as hell to get ready. So once it goes in and once it comes in, then yes, it'll definitely start and will begin momently and soon enough to kind of mention what the next video is going to be about. So if you guys are seriously ready for it, then I'm ready for it too, just to kind of get that in here exactly of the whole thing with the scene/cover videos. I'll still keep doing it, going on and on. So if you guys are ready, then yes, we'll be ready and I will be ready. So that being said, we'll see you for the next video. This is Master Devin Sings, and I will see you soon. And I will see you, in fact, for the next video. Take care, have a good time, and I'll see you guys later and out. And yes, it is official that I'm in a rental house, not the hotel, because that was just yesterday to kind of move all that out of here. So yeah, as I said again before, that everything is secured as always as before. So yeah, anyways, that being said, see you guys later and right out. Signing right on out of here. Bye bye, everybody. Master Devin Sings. We'll see you in the next video. Bye bye now, and see you guys later and next time. Bye bye, everyone. See you later, and signing off.